Recording. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another show of CodeTap. I'm your host, Marian, and tonight we are going to style the words section. While I wrap up and prepare the last setup, I would like you to drop a comment below and let me know where you are from. Okay, so today we are going to style this text over here and those icons to look nicely. And for those ones that are first timers over here, a few seconds ago, just a second, let me wrap up the windows. Okay. So yeah, guys, for the first timers that are over here, this is part of a bigger project. It's called Your Online Resume, and we are building it using pure CSS3 and HTML5. And if you want to get to the current position where we are with the project, all you have to do is go on youtube.com/codetap/playlists and incognito. Once you go to this URL, you can find all the content that CodeTap puts for free on Facebook or YouTube. You can find it nicely organized in playlists. And currently we are working on this playlist over here, Your Resume Online for free using HTML5 and CSS3. And I've also broken down this list into sections: your free online CV awards, the About Me, the landing page, and all the rest will follow. So this is how we can get to the same place we are today. With that said, let's go back to our code and see what we have to do for today. Okay. So firstly, we need to commit the latest changes with the message update the structure of the awards section. So let's go to this icon over here, the source control. Click on it, stage all changes, paste the message in. I've just committed it, and also sync. So while we do some coding, let me introduce you a special guest. Let's wait a few moments until you can watch the show in 4K. It disappears from the screen. So this is Karol.
Hi guys.
He's one of my students. He started coding about a year ago, and now he's a proper web developer. So while we do some coding, he'll be helping me out, or at least we'll have some fun together. And on top of that, do let me know if you want that I and Karol to create a special show for you guys to walk through how he started as a web developer from the place where he knew nothing at all about web development, and now he can build websites already, and he
I actually been signed by one of the largest media companies in the UK as
kudos to that, man.
As a front-end developer.
So
Quite
drop a
excited
comment
about
below
it.
if you wanna see me and Karol talking about his journey from nothing to something. Let us know. Now we did commit our latest changes, so let's mark this is done, and now let's move to the style the awards section. Okay, so over here we want to make the title text thicker. The title is this one, the best 30 seconds elevator speed pitch, or in the code is this one. So we want to make it a bit thicker. So let's copy that CSS selector and go into the award, paste it in here, and let's say font weight bold. So this one and this one became thicker now. Okay, let's go back to our agenda, mark this as done. And the next one is create spacing among the cards. Set the font size to 1.2 rem and the line height to 1.5 rem. So Carol, to create some spacing between the cards, which means this is the first card over here and this is the second card over here.
Well, maybe we should make a margin.
Okay,
You think so? Let's give it a try.
So that's not the word title, that's the award card, right? So for the award card, okay, margin.
Let's say one rem.
Okay. Now we created some spacing all over the places. We only want to create spaces between them, so I think we'll do margin bottom. Yeah. So now those cards look a bit separated. Right?
Yep.
So the other stuff that we need to do is the font size to 1.2 and line height. Okay, so let's do font size 1.2 rem and line height 1.5 rem. Okay, so it looks a bit bigger. On this screen it looks quite big, however we need to increase the font size since this is a mobile first approach. We need to make the text a bit bigger so it's easier to be read on a small device, on a handheld that's small enough. Okay, so let's see what else we need to do. I think we are done with this, right? Set the font. Yeah, that's done. Okay, the next one is
set the border, but no.
Yeah, is the border bottom color to this value for the card. So let's go back to the card and say border bottom. Okay, and this would be 0.1 rem. So we want it to be
solid,
quite thin. And then this is the value, right? So now both cards have a border bottom. However, last time, if you remember, we did something about those colors. So let's do the same for these ones. Name that color. That's what we are going to Google, and we are going to visit this website. Let me make this a bit bigger so you can see it. So it's name that color, Charg Meta. Okay, so over here let's paste this in. So this color is named Fjord. Okay, so let's go into colors, duplicate this line, paste it in, and this is Fjord. Okay, so instead of using directly the value, we are going to use a variable in here. Okay, so we can see that the border is still there. Okay,
and it says that it has the same color.
Has the same color, yeah. So now, using the same color, we want to set the border top color for all the first children of the card. So let's go into our...
So basically we create that grid effect on like a table-like.
Yeah, something similar.
Something similar to that.
Okay, so it's about those children. So the award icon, award title, award icon, award description, those are the children that we're talking about.
I think in this situation it would be nice to use the nth-child selector.
Not really, because right now we want to create for all of them. So we want to use the direct child or the first child selector, which is the greater sign. So in our CSS, let's use this end, which means fill in whatever it's on top. So it's like we would say the word card, and then find me all the divs and do the same border. However, it's going to be the border top. Okay, so now we got lots of lines over there. Let's play a bit with this styling. Okay.
Okay, let's
See what our agenda asks of us. Let's mark this as done. Set the border top for all first children of the card. Mark this as done. Set the award icon width to a quarter. Okay, so we want to set the award icon width to a quarter. Let's do award icon with
25%.
25%. Okay,
Nice.
that looks better.
Yeah. Well, it would be nice to actually put the icon in front of the text, like you have in your example.
Yeah, how would we do that?
Maybe display flex.
Okay, so display flex.
That should definitely do the job, isn't it?
Yeah, that should work for the parent of it. So the parent of, let me quickly inspect this so we can see exactly what happens. So this is the inspector that many people can't see because there is
Cool.
that webcam on top of it.
And
So
you've changed the screen.
that's okay.
Now it's back. Cool.
That's okay. Let's change it. Okay, so this is the first child, this is the second child, the third child, the fourth child. So all those divs are children of the award card. So we want to use the display flex on the award card.
On the parent.
Yeah. Display flex. Suddenly something changed. We can see that. Well, it looks better. Not what we wanted. I think it's trying to fit everything inside.
But it's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's trying to fit everything inside, so it's not breaking it. Let's do flex wrap, and see what happens. Well, now it looks a bit better, but not enough. I think now we need to select the award title, award description, and award location. Let's have a second look at it. So we want, this is the first one. We want to select the second one, not the third, the second, the fourth, the sixth, and the eighth. So how we would select the second? So 2, 4, 6, and 8, and apply a width to it. Well, we would say
Well, I think now it would work with the.
nth-child selector, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So we want to select all divs, right? That are nth-child,
So you said the first?
the second, the fourth. So all those ones are even numbers.
Okay.
So let's say even. And with what's the rest from 100% is 75. Okay, so
There you go.
yeah, well, it looks a bit more
Organized.
organized. Yeah, a lot nicer, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, guys, there will be questions and answers at the end of it, so stay tuned. Okay. Now let's see. Did your mother join?
That was supposed to be our secret.
Okay, that's okay. So.
But I'm looking here at everybody who joined, and
Hello, guys.
not too many comments so far. But
Well, let's ask some comments of them. So, guys, we don't know where you are from, so please drop a comment in the comment section below, and just let us know where you are from. Canada, India, it doesn't really matter. Let's see who's first. You can be first.
well,
Go for it.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say where I am.
Exactly.
I'm in
Let's lead by example.
CodeTap head office.
Yes.
I'm just gonna put
Also, humor me and add somewhere wherever you want. London, UK. so people would know where we are at. Okay, so now let's see what else there is to do in this agenda. So set the word icon width to a quarter. We've done that.
I just broke the ice.
That's nice.
Let's see who's gonna follow.
And then set the icon background color to, so I got like 4 colors here.
So basically, in the next step, what we want to have is actually like a square for each icon with a different background, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
that's how it looks in the final.
Yeah. At the moment we want to set the color and make it square afterwards. We'll play with it. Make the info text italic. That will be later on. So let's copy those colors for the moment, and let's add them over here actually. 3, 4.
Nice. We have Naim. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. He's from Tunisia.
That's
Hi,
nice.
Naim.
Hello. So now those colors need a name. So let's Pelorus. I don't know how to spell this. So we'll start with a P. And then this one is charm. That sounds nice. It's a charm. And then this one, let's see how artists affair. Internal affairs. And confetti. Doesn't look like confetti. Okay, so now we want to use those colors, so color Pelorus. We want to use the first color for this one, second, third, fourth, first, second, third, fourth. So that's how we are going to use it. So the first color, I've already copied it. And let's go to the words, and we want to select the first child, then the
third.
Let's see how it looks over here. So this is 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 3, 5, and 7. That's what we want to do. So let's duplicate this and say nth child of the first one, right?
Yeah.
And background color. So now I got this.
Ta-da.
Nice. Now let's duplicate this a few times.
So it's the third now.
Yeah. Let's make a bit more space over here. So this is the first one. This is the third. This is the fifth.
And the seventh.
The seventh. All we need
You
now.
have the 17.
Yeah. Thank you. All we need now is to match the color. So it's charm, affair, and confetti. This is charm. This is affair. And this is confetti.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a bit better.
It's like a kind of a rainbow.
A
Maybe.
rainbow.
No?
Now let's see what we've done here. Okay, and make the info text italic.
But
This is the info text. Okay, since we are here, info text italic means let's make this a bit bigger. Okay, which is the info one? Info. This
let's
is
inspect
info.
it, no?
Oh, we can count it here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth one. Okay, let's go back into our styling. So we can duplicate this. Alt Shift down arrow. You can see it on the screen over here. And make this the fourth, and text style text font style font style italic. Okay, and now we can see that the info text is oblique. How's it going?
I was just looking at the live activity of
That's cool.
the crowd's activity.
Now let's see, let's mark this as done over here and set the icon padding and font size to 2.5 rem and the color to white. So let's see, I think we already have the white here, so we already have it declared. We don't need to redeclare it again. So now we need to set, I think we've already done something over here, right?
Okay,
so this is a word icon. This is what we want to style, right? So you can say.
So, sorry, I didn't follow. What exactly are we doing now?
Yeah, just a second. Let's go back to it. So
okay.
We want to set the font, the icon padding and font size to 2.5 rem, and then the color to white. So font size 2.5 rem. Wow, looks bigger. Font size padding 2.5. Is it 2.5? Yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
There you go.
And the color to white.
That's nice.
Yeah, looks a bit better, right? It started to have a better shape, right?
Yeah, it's going very close to the final.
Okay. Okay, play with the height and align the text inside the divs that are not icons. Okay, so we are talking about this, and this. Okay, so let's play with it. Let's go back to the word section, and we have those ones.
So what's the class?
Wait, we already have them selected here with the width 75%, right?
Okay.
So we want to center the text, center the text container, not the text itself. The text should be aligned to left. We also want to have some
padding as well, yeah.
So let's do padding. And if we start with 0 and put another value here, so this 0 would be the top and bottom. We don't really want to mess with this. We want to do, let's try 1 rem here. Let's see what it does. So
maybe it's asking us if you can tell him what editor we are using.
Sure. This editor is called Visual Studio Code. See over here, Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a very easy to use editor, just as well as Atom text editor. The difference between Atom and Visual Studio Code is that Visual Studio Code comes with many features out of the box,
including the terminal, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. While Atom also provides those ones, but you kind of have to install them separately. And on top of that, I think Atom, in my opinion, because I've used it for several months, Atom text editor is a bit slower than Visual Studio Code in terms of launching or using it. Both of them are great editors. It's more like preference. For beginners, I would recommend Visual Studio Code. And there is also Sublime. However, that one is at some point it asks you to pay for it, and the best one would be WebStorm. That's definitely paid. So I'll stick with Visual Studio Code for whatever I have to do over here, definitely. Okay, so now what else? Let's do a display flex on this one, and the align items center. Okay, so now the text container is centered. Even if it's on 2 or 3 lines, it's centered. Okay, so what else do we need to do? That's cool. Well, so far it looks good. We don't need to do anything else. Right?
So that's about it, isn't it? For this session.
I think it is. However, let's check our agenda.
Commit the changes.
Yeah, let's not forget about
And this is another really nice feature that Visual Code comes with. You're automatically linked to your Git and to your GitHub, which is the third icon.
It has this source control, which for most of other editors, not all of them, but you have to install a separate plugin. So what we want to do now is stage all of our changes. and then commit them with this message, and then also sync them. So by the way, if you don't know what happens, if you go on github.com/codetap/mycv, and let's go into those commits, and in here, become bigger Mr. Window, we just committed those changes in this commit, and basically we added the word title, word card, everything that is with a plus, it's added. Okay, and see we've removed this color somehow, maybe because it had a line ending here, now it's on a new line. So basically this is all the history, all the changes that we've made in our project are present on GitHub. Every time we commit and we push it to GitHub, we can see all of our changes here. What changes were from the previous lesson, and so on.
So basically, if you're interested in starting this project, even if you just joined CodeTap just now, you can go back, follow the commits, and you'll end up to exactly where we are now.
Yeah. Or you can visit the YouTube. Where's YouTube? Let me type it because I'm lazy. /CodeTap playlists. And if you click on this playlist over here, you can find how this project started from scratch. And you'll find most of the lessons in 4K. Some of them I forgot to hit record. So yeah, most of the lessons are up to 4K. And you can get to the same point where we were a bit earlier today. So that was another successful lesson. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's see if we have questions and answers. Well, answers we could have. Hey, Katya.
Yeah, Katya says hello. And also a bit earlier there was someone, Isaac.
Isaac. Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Isaac.
While we wait for questions, I'm going to show you some bonuses about this project. For example, this is the final version of it. Let's make it a bit smaller. It's always hard for me to nail this. Come on. It's like it's hating me. Anyway.
Why don't you put it in the inspect on the
That's okay.
On the mobile device?
Because I want it to be as big as possible on the screen. It's resized to 720p on Facebook, which means it makes it a lot smaller than
we actually see it on
we
your
actually
screen
see
now.
it on my screen. So this is the project. This is how it started. We've created this intro landing page where you can click on those social media icons, and you get those links. If you click the links, it visits them. This is done with pure CSS and HTML5. There is no JavaScript. You can also close this one. Later on, we've discovered how to create circled images out of normal images, and also add some more borders around, like a nice effect. We've also added some buttons and content to the About Me section. And then over here you can visit any link. I put the GitHub for the first one, and then you can download one or more versions of your resume. And right now we just finished building and styling the awards section. This could be also maybe your hobby section, or what movies you like to see, or anything that defines you. It doesn't have to be awards. What you should get from this is how you can play with data and make it looks nice, make it look nice. Okay, I had a bit of a beer, and now I don't know how to speak anymore.
Yeah, well, actually we were warming up because I'm quite shy with the camera. That's why I'm not talking that much.
That's okay.
And we had to have a couple of beers just before coming live.
Starting with the next.
My bad.
That's okay, man. Starting with the next lesson, we'll start to build my skills, and that will be a quick one.
So that would be the next section of your CV, the skills section.
And the most complex section of the entire project is this one, the experience one, where you have an accordion that you can expand and collapse, or you can expand another one.
And the nice part is that it works very fast and it doesn't use JavaScript.
Yeah.
That's
The entire project is pure HTML5 and CSS3. And lastly, it will be the recent clients, or maybe your recent projects, and the navigation menu. And then we'll be done with this. Any questions?
Apart from the personal ones.
Okay. No?
No, nothing so far.
Okay. Well, guys, then we'll be wrapping this up, and I'll see you in the next lesson quite soon. So, happy coding and create something awesome.